Lesson 1.7, use place value to add. Estimate, then find the sum. So we know when we estimate, we find something close to the answer. We're not looking for the exact answer. We're finding a number that's close to the answer. Then we find the sum. The sum means to add. So I'm going to circle a plus sign because we know that the word sum means to add. So number one, first we estimate 324. Let's round that to the nearest hundred. 324 is between 300 and 400, but it is closer to 300. 285. It's between 200 and 300, but it's closest to 300. So if we add these together, 300 plus 300 is 600. So our estimate is 600. Now, they've done the problem for us. The exact answer is 609, but when we estimate, it's 600. Number two, we're going to start by estimating. 519 is between 500 and 600, but it is closer to 500. 347 is between 300 and 400, but it is closer to 300. Then when we add this, 0 plus 0 equals 0, 0 plus 0 equals 0, 5 plus 3 equals 8. Our estimate is 800. So when we solve, our answer should be close to 800. 9 plus 7. We're going to add the ones first. 9 plus 7 is 16. We carry our 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 4 is 6. Now we add the hundreds place. 5 plus 3 is 8. So our actual answer is 866. And our estimate is 800. First, we added the ones, then we added the tens, then we add the hundreds. When we add, we always start from the back. First the ones place, then the tens place, then the hundreds place. Number three, we're going to start by estimating, then we solve to find the sum. So 323 is between 300 and 400, but it is closer to 300. 151 is between 100 and 200, but it is closer to 200. Now 0, we add the 1, 0 plus 0, 0. We add the tens, 0 plus 0, 0. We add the hundreds, 3 plus 2, 5. So our estimate is 500. Now if we solve this problem by using a place value, we start in the ones place. 3 plus 1 is 4. 2 plus 5 is 7. 3 plus 1 is 4. So our answer is 474. Number 4, we estimate first. 169 is between 100 and 200, but it is closer to 200. 354 is between 300 and 400, but it is closer to 400. Now we add them together. 0 plus 0 is 0. 0 plus 0 again is 0. 2 plus 4 is 6. So our estimate is 600. So when we add by place value, our answer should be close to 600. So 9 plus 4 is 13. We added the ones, so now we carry the 1 up top. Now we add the tens. 1 plus 6 is 7. 7 plus 5 is 12. So we carry the 1 over to the hundreds place. Now we add all of the hundreds. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 3 is 5. So our actual answer is 523. And our estimate was 600. Number 5. Let's start by estimating. We have 127. 127 is between 100 and 200, but it is closer to 100. 290 is between 200 and 300, but it is closer to 300. We add that. First, we start with the ones. 0 plus 0 is 0. Then the tens. 0 plus 0 is 0. Then the hundreds. 1 plus 3 is 4. So that means our estimate is 400. And when we solve our problem, the answer is going to be close to 400. Let's start with the ones place. 7 plus 0 is 7. Then the tens place. 2 plus 9 is 11. We carry our 1 over to the hundreds. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 2 is 4. Our actual answer is 417, which is close to our estimate. Number 6, again, we first start by rounding to find our estimate. So 258 is between 200 and 300, but it is closer to 300. 565 is between 500 and 600, but it is closer to 600. When we add these together, 0 plus 0, 0 plus 0, 3 plus 6 is 9. So our estimate is 900. So when we solve, our answer is going to be close to 900. So let's start by adding the ones place. 8 plus 5 equals 13. 1 plus 5 equals 6. 6 plus 6 equals 12. So now we added the tens place. Now let's add the hundreds place. 1 plus 2 equals 3. 3 plus 5 equals 8. So our actual answer is 823. Number 7, let's estimate. 311 is between 300 and 400, but it's closer to 300. 298 is between 200 and 300, but it is closer to 300. We add the ones. 0 plus 0 equals 0. We add the tens. 0 plus 0 equals 0. And then we add the hundreds. 3 plus 3 equals 6. So our estimate is 600. Now let's solve using place value to find the actual answer. 1 plus 8 is 9. 1 plus 9 is 10. We carry our 1. 1 plus 3 is 4. 4 plus 2 is 6. So our actual answer is 609. We started by adding the ones place. 1 plus 8 was 9. Then we added a tens place. 1 plus 9 is 10. We write our 0 down. We carry our 1 over to the hundreds. 1 plus 3 is 4. 4 plus 2 is 6. Number 8, we start by estimating. 534 is between 500 and 600, but it is closer to 500. 256 is between 200 and 300, but it is closer to 300. So we add these. So we add the ones place. 0 plus 0 is 0. 0 plus 0 in the tens place is 0. And we add the hundreds place. 5 plus 3 equal 8. So our estimate is 800. So our answer should be close to 800. So let's solve. First, the ones place. 4 plus 6 equals 10. We carry our 1. 1 plus 3 equals 4. 4 plus 5 equals 9. So we added the tens place. Now let's add the hundreds place. 5 plus 2 equals 7. So our actual answer is 790, and our estimate was 800. Number 9. Mark has 215 baseball cards. Emily has 454 baseball cards. How many baseball cards do Mark and Emily have all together? So we're going to start by circling our important numbers. 215 baseball cards, and Emily had 454. Now we underline our question because our question tells us what we need to do. Now, how many means we're adding. So that's a keyword that tells us we're adding. And altogether is another keyword that tells us we're adding. So we know we're adding. So we have 215 plus 454. So let's begin by adding the ones place. In the ones place, we have 5 and 4. 5 plus 4 equals 9. In the tens place, we have 1 and 5. 1 plus 5 equals 6. In the hundreds place, we have 2 and 4. 2 plus 4 equals 6. So altogether, they have 669 baseball cards. Number 10. Jason has 330 pennies. Richie has 268 pennies. Rachel has 381 pennies. Which two students have more than 700 pennies combined? So let's circle our keywords and important numbers. 330 pennies for Jason. Richie had 268 pennies, and Rachel has 381 pennies. Now our question says, which two students have more than 700 pennies combined? The word combine means to add. So let's add the two students, and we have to find the ones that had more than 700 pennies combined. So together they had two of them that had 700 pennies, more than 700 pennies combined. So let's add Jason and Richie first. So Jason had 330 and Richie has 268. And then let's start with the ones place. 0 plus 8 is 8. In the tens place, 3 plus 6 is 9. Then to the hundreds place, 3 plus 2 is 5. So Jason and Richie, so I'll put JR, had 598 pennies combined. So let's see, that doesn't add up to more than 700. So let's try Jason and Rachel. So Jason and Rachel. So Jason had 330 and Rachel has 381. So this is Rachel. RA for Rachel and JA for Jason. So once we add, we started with the ones place. 0 plus 1 is 1. 3 plus 8 is moving on to the tens place. 3 plus 8 is 11. We carry our 1 over to the hundreds. Now 1 plus 3 is 4. 4 plus 3 is 7. So it was Jason and Rachel that had more than 700 pennies combined. So the answer is Jason and Rachel. So I'm going to put it up here, Jason and Rachel. So here's our answer, and I'm going to circle it. and they had 711 combined. Number 11. Explain one way to add three-digit numbers. One way we can add three-digit numbers is using place value. And we start with the ones. We start with the ones place. Then tens and hundreds. Number one, there are 167 students in the third grade. The same number of students is in the fourth grade. How many third graders and fourth graders are there? So we know we're going to circle our important numbers and keywords. There were 167 students in the third grade, and there are the same number of students in the fourth grade. So they don't tell us how many were in the fourth grade, but it was the same number. So that's important. So if the third graders had 167 students and the fourth graders had the same, then that means they also had 167 students. Now the question says, how many third graders and fourth graders are there? And we know how many means to add. How many means to add? So we know there were, for third graders, fourth. So third graders was 167. Now fourth graders, they didn't tell us, but we know it's the same amount. It's the same number of students in the fourth grade. So third was 167. So fourth also was 167. So let's add. We start with the ones place. 7 plus 7 is 14. We carry our 1. 1 plus 6 is 7. 7 plus 6 is 13. We added the tens place. Now let's carry our 1 to the hundred place. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. So 334 third and fourth grade students. Number 2. Jamal read a book with 128 pages. Then he read a book with 179 pages. How many pages did Jamal read? So let's start by finding our important numbers. The first book was 128 pages. Then he read another book with 179 pages. We always underline the question, how many pages did Jamal read? And we know how many means to add. So I put a plus sign. So we're going to add 128 plus 179. Let's start with a ones place. 8 plus 9 is 17. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 7 is 10. We carry our 1 over to the hundreds place. So now 307 pages. Number 3. Adam travels 248 miles on Monday. He travels 167 miles on Tuesday. Estimate the total number of miles Adam travels. So they want us to estimate. But before we start, let's circle our important numbers: 248 miles on Monday and 167 miles on Tuesday. Then now they want us to estimate, and we know that means close to. We need to find a number close to the answer. So the total number of miles, and we know total means to add. So I put a plus sign here. So 248 is between 200 and 400, but it's closer to 200. So I'm going to round 248 to 200. And 167 is between 100 and 200, but it's closer to 200. So I add these together because it says the total. So 0 plus 0, we start with the ones place. 0 plus 0 is 0. 0 plus, now the tens place. 0 plus 0 is 0. Now the hundreds place. 2 plus 2 is 4. So about 400 miles. About 400 miles. Okay, number 4. Wes made $14, $62, $40, and $36 mowing lawns. How much did he make mowing lawns? So let's circle our important numbers: 14, 62, 40, and 36. Now we underline our question: how much did he make mowing lawns? Now we know how much means to add. So I put a plus sign here because we know we're going to be adding. So let's start adding. 14 plus 62 plus 40 plus 36. 4 plus 2 is 6. 6 plus 0 is 0. 6 plus 6 is 12. We carry our 1 over to the hundreds place. We carry our 1 over to the tens place. Now 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 6 is 8. 8 plus 4 is 12. 12 plus 3 is 15. So how much did Wes make mowing lawns? $152. Number 5. There are 24 students in Mrs. Cole's class and 19 students in Mr. Garman's class. How many students are in the two classes? So let's see. We know that, let's circle important numbers and keywords. There were 24 students in Mrs. Cole's class, 19 students in Mr. Garman's class. Our question says, how many students are in the two classes? Okay, we know how many means to add, so we're going to put our plus sign. So let's add the student in Mrs. Cole's class, 24, and let's add the student in Mr. Garman's class. That was 19. So 24 plus 19, we start with a ones place. 4 plus 9 is 13. We carry our 1 over to the tens place. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 1 is 4. So our answer is 43 students. Number 6, there were 475 children at the baseball game on Sunday. What is 475 rounded to the nearest 10? So let's circle our important numbers and keywords. 475 children was at the game on Sunday, and the question says, and we're going to underline it, what is 475 rounded to the nearest 10? So 475 rounded to the nearest 10. So let's round it to the nearest 10. 475 is the nearest tens are 470 and 470 and 480. Now 475 is exactly in the middle. It's directly in the middle of 475, of 470 and 480. Since it's exactly in the middle, we round up to the bigger number. So 475 rounded to the nearest 10 is 480.